Here's our big sail. So let's make it prettier, much prettier, by adding drop shadows around the items, a stroke around the face, and a text box containing buy 3 get 1 free. So drop shadow, stroke, and border. Let's begin. First of all, let's change the background color. We do that by selecting the layer, and then we're going to put in our fill, and naturally it's going to be the foreground color, which is orange. We don't want the background color, which is white. We want to make the background orange, so click foreground color, OK, and presto. The orange covers up the title because that layer is on top of the title. Now let's make our first drop shadow. What we're going to do is click at the bottom of the layers panel this FX button, and that's going to give us this drop down menu. There you see we have 3 sliders. So just adjust the sliders until you get your drop shadow just right. And then you see that one-handed clock above that determines the direction the drop shadow points. So the drop shadow really gives pictures depth. It sets them off from the rest of the page and makes them come alive. The other picture we're going to select and give a stroke to by clicking the same FX icon and then clicking stroke. Stroke is a little simpler than drop shadow because you just choose the color, which is right now black, the color of your stroke, and we want a green here, so we're choosing green, and you see it updating in the little panel, and then it's just a matter of determining the size of the stroke and just play with it until you think it's right. And for me, right here should do it. Okay. And now let's make a text box by creating a new layer, and this time I'm remembering to label it text box so I don't confuse it with other things. Labeling your layers is always a good idea, even though everyone, including me, doesn't always do it. So then we select our rectangular marquee tool and draw a rectangular selection where we're going to put our text. There's our box, and then let's give it a fill, edit, fill, and this time of course we want the background color. The background color is white. That's what we want. Click OK, and there we have it. And as always, we're now ready to type the text, which goes on its own new layer. Let's select it and adjust the font a little bit. I guess I want it a little bigger. That looks fine. Click the check. And then by clicking the Move tool, we can reposition the text exactly where we want it. And now let's, using Control T, adjust the size of that box. We aren't using Shift here because we're changing each dimension individually. And there we go, click the check, and that looks pretty good. Next, what we're going to do is turn on the ruler. Control R is ruler. And now we're giving the document guides. Guides don't show up when you print, they just help you by showing you a guide, a place where you can align things, where you can draw things in a straight line. So for example, you would put a guide to get 3 pictures in a row or something like that. Now let's select our brush tool and I'll show you an easy way to make a border. I'm not saying this is the best way to make a border, I'm saying this is the easiest. So we select our brush, a nice hard brush here, and we've got to get ourselves a nice color. So green's okay. Then click, move, shift, click. Move, shift to where you want to go, click. Move the brush point, shift, click. Move the brush point, shift, and click. So practice that until you get the hang of it. That's an easy way to make a border. And now the rest is up to you, and you've got to make the for sale advertisement much prettier. So begin.